Good morning, everyone. Today's going to be an exciting day. We are going to be installing Ford's camera and tire pressure monitor system for trailers. So in the kit basically comes instructions. This is the camera kit that will mount on the trailer. You have your tire pressure sensors and mounting hardware for the trailer tires, zip ties, and all the wiring and cables. So here's the rig. We have a 2017 F250 King Ranch with the ultimate trailer tow package hooked up to this Jayco Eagle. It's like a 29 feet, I believe. Single slide out, dual axle. And the first thing we're going to do is install the tire pressure sensors into the wheels inside the tire. I'll show you guys how this is done. So we have this little wheel chock here. It's actually a big wheel chock, and what we're going to do is drive up onto this oversized wheel chock here, and what this will do, this will pick up the front wheel or the front axle of the trailer and raise the back one up off the ground. We'll use the cordless impact here to take the wheel off the trailer, roll it into the garage, and dismount the tire from the wheel and install the sensor. So he's going to pull the truck forward. He's going to roll up on this little ramp here. That's good. Now, as you can see, the back wheel is off the ground and can be removed from the trailer. There's no jacking required, and it only takes a few seconds to get that done.
This will probably be the last truck I buy.
You think so?
I think so. I'm 60 years old.
Oh, you don't want to get the 2019 when they come out?
No.
No need. Push it down and hold it down. That's good. So here's the old valve stem. Now here is the tire pressure sensor that's going to be mounted in the trailer tire. You've got a nut and a washer here that's going to secure it to the wheel. And then once these are installed in the wheel, you're going to inflate the tire up to pressure. To learn the tire pressure sensor to the truck, you're going to put the truck in learn mode. I'll go into that later on in the video. Release about 5 psi out of these tires after you drive it. Once you let the pressure out of the tires, that will activate the sensor and it'll communicate with the truck, starting with the, I believe it's the left front, right rear, and left rear. That's it. And the remaining 3 wheels are pretty much the exact same thing. Nothing different. And we're going to get sensors installed on these other 3 tires. Now this is the most time-consuming part of the job, and it didn't really take a lot of step-by-step clips because it would just be a bunch of boring footage in my opinion. But the next thing we did was install the camera, the backup camera on the trailer here.
And again, another reason I didn't do step by step is because this is going to vary by every trailer. Every trailer is going to be different with this setup. So what we're going to do here, since we've already got solar panels on the top here, we're just going to run this wire along the roof and run it with the solar panel wiring down through the little refrigerator heat exchanger here, and from there it's going to go underneath the trailer and up to the truck. So the wire comes down through the roof and behind the refrigerator access panel here, you can see that it runs down from up top there, comes down here, and again it's following the solar panel wiring. So we've got it running through this little grommet here. Underneath the refrigerator inside the trailer, we're going to drill a hole in the floor here. You can see there's a hole drilled there for the solar panel wiring, and we are going to run the trailer camera wiring through it as well. I did have to take the connector apart. Be very careful if you do this and make sure you know what you're doing so you don't damage these terminals. But I took this apart so I could fit it through the grommets, as a larger size connector wouldn't fit. So that's why that's currently taken apart. But it's going to run down through the floor. And then underneath the trailer here, we're just going to follow the existing wire for the solar panel wiring all the way up to the front. Here's the solar panel control box. So we're just going to run the wiring up through the top here, over to the gooseneck portion of the trailer, and it's going to come out right around here. Now down on the truck, this plugs in to the factory connector. Now keep in mind that you do have to switch out the connectors here. And then this wire will just run up over the tailgate of your truck and connect to the connector on the trailer. Let's see the trailer camera.
Okay.
And hit your camera button, that one, and then press aux. Yeah, look at that. That is nice.
See if I get a feel for it.
We don't have the trailer tire pressure set up yet, but that'll come after we drive it. The truck just makes it look effortless.
Yeah.
Does it pull?
Feel effortless.
Does it pull better than the 7.3 and the Excursion?
Yeah. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Is it a little quieter?
A lot quieter.
Good thing there's 3 memory positions here. I'll save mine on the 3rd setting. You hear that? Yeah, neither do I. That's the engine. Well, okay, you can kind of hear it a little bit now that I've turned the fan down. Probably the most remarkable thing about this engine, besides the 2018 is 935 pound-feet of torque, but the 2017 was a little bit less than that. But besides that 900 and something foot-pounds of torque, how quiet this engine is in this truck is just absolutely amazing. We're currently setting up the trailer tire pressure sensors. We've got the first 2 done. And the way this works is you let 5 psi of air out of the trailer tires on the one that has the arrow pointing to, as you see right there on the screen. So we're on the right rear. I'm going to let 5 psi out of this tire, and then the horn on the truck should honk. There we go. Now we'll go do the left rear. We're going to set the trailer tire pressure to be at 70, and then go ahead and push the up button and hit OK. So now specified as 70, that's what you want them at.
That's all.
We'll have to add some to the left rear. I had to let quite a bit of air out of that one to get it to read.
But it's at 69, so it's about at 70.
Okay, so we could let
down.
air out of the others if you wanted. So that pretty much summarizes it up. I'll show you guys where we ran the wiring here for the trailer tire pressure sensor receiver and the camera. Basically, this plugs into the truck here, or runs up into the gooseneck portion, or I'm sorry, the fifth wheel portion of the trailer. And then we did have to lower this down, but we lowered this sheet of aluminum down. Then it comes up into the trailer right here. This is the wire harness right here, and we need to mount it to the trailer permanently, but we wanted to check and see if it would work in here first. It's actually inside and it's right here, and that's what we wanted to try first, to see if it would work to keep this thing out of the elements, and it seems to be working fine. The wiring for the camera goes out here and follows the wire harness that goes up to the solar panels. So that was a really easy run. We just had it follow the other wire that was ran for the solar panels here. Anyways, I hope you all enjoyed that little video. It's the first time I've ever installed one of these, but it was pretty interesting nevertheless. It's going to be really cool to monitor the trailer tire pressures on the onboard display in the truck, and have a camera on the back that you can look at while you're backing the trailer up. And the first time I tried backing the truck up and the trailer using the camera there, it was a little challenging. It took a little getting used to, but I imagine once you use it a time or two, it's going to be something you'll adapt to really quick. Hope you guys enjoyed the video.